I'm done sending my text message. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach everybody how to install new RAM into their computer today, into their MacBook, specifically a MacBook, all right? And I'm going to be doing this from, as you can see, my parents' basement, because that's where I live. But you can do this from wherever you like, from your own bedroom if you have one. So I actually have clothes everywhere. I should probably clean off my workstation real quick. I'll just kind of move all this stuff to the side. And then I have dirty clothes everywhere. I don't really clean too much. You never really know if it's dirty. Usually if it sticks to the wall, it's dirty. Yeah, that's dirty. So I should probably wash that. Before we get started, there's a few things you need to know about what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be installing new RAM, and what RAM stands for is Random Access Memory. It's let me try to explain this in a very non-technological way. RAM is like the highway of your computer, all right? And the information are the cars that travel up and down the highway. So the bigger the highway, the more cars can flow easier. So bigger makes everything easier, all right? And so sometimes you may have problems with your computer, all right? And that could be a RAM issue. Like sometimes if your programs close frequently, or maybe your computer doesn't start up as quickly as possible, or it just doesn't start up at all, or maybe like the issue that I had last night when I was practicing this, my computer just didn't start up and it started beeping constantly for a solid 10 minutes until I could figure out the problem, right? But to do this, you're going to need a few tools, all right? Actually, let's go over that here in a minute. The first thing, I want to show you how to check your RAM. When you're looking at your computer, at your MacBook, there's a way to look. If you go up into the very top dock, if I could learn how to work my computer. All right, okay, here we go. If you're looking at your home monitor and you go up to the Apple logo, and then you can look at About This Mac, you'll see that you have 2 gigabytes, 2 gigabytes, 2, which equal up to 4 total, all right? And that's going to be how much RAM. You can only hold 2 slots of RAM at a time, all right? And we'll go more into that here in a minute. And then what I was going to say a minute ago, we have a few tools that we need to go over real quick. Our first is this little, oh gosh, let me get them out of here. Gosh, they get smaller every time. It's hard getting them out. All right, the first tool we're going to use is this little green screwdriver right there. Where's that? And then our second is this little plastic spoon. I really don't know what somebody was thinking when they put that in there, but that's what we're going to use. This little screwdriver the screws are actually a bit smaller than what the normal screws, so you need this, all right? And then the little spoon device, that's actually, I think I'm going to use that for taking the panel off. I'm not really sure. I'll figure it out when I get there, all right? And these tools, what you see right here, actually here I'll show you the bag too. The bag, all of this can be purchased off of OWC Online or Other World Computing. They have all the necessities that you need to take care of this, all right? And then the RAM, of course, right here, is a bit smaller. Of course, the only place that I'd suggest getting it is OWC. They have really good prices and all of that good stuff. So, and there are probably other places to check, but I'm just advocating for OWC. They're not paying me, but I wish they were right now. Okay? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is flip over your computer and you're going to set it down. Try to make sure your space is clear like I did. Clear off all your laundry. Make sure your beta tapes are out of the way. And then you're going to see the back of your panel and just stare at it. We'll be right back in a second, all right? But don't go away too far, because when we come back, magic's happening. Oh, hey, welcome back. All right, my name is Joshua Watson, and I'm showing y'all how to install new RAM into your computer. And what I just did was show you the tools that we're going to... My clothes are starting to smell. Get him off my desk. I think the desk is starting to smell too. So what you want to do, the first thing you're going to want is to take this little screwdriver. And the one thing you need to know is these top three, the far left, far right screws, 3 screws, are going to be different than all the others, all right? So if you want to unscrew those, I think I've already taken, yes, I did. All right, see if you notice this, these screws are going to be a bit longer than all the others. And I'll show you another one here in a minute. But there's 3 of them. You have to remember where these 3 go. It's very important, all right? And then, of course, the far left is kind of the outcast baloney of the top panel, and that's a bit smaller. So the majority of your screws are going to be really small, and then the top 3, the far right 3, are going to be a bit different. Remember where to put those. It's very important. All right, remember that little spoon device thing that I showed you? We're going to take that, and you actually use it to lift up and under your panel, and voila, there you go. You have your RAM, all right? So now what you see in your Mac, right, you have your CD drive, your hard drive, your battery. Do not mess with the battery. There's even a sticker telling you not to mess with the battery. And then right above the battery, you have this little colorful device right here. That's your RAM. And this is very simple. Watch me very closely. All you do to take your RAM out is these little gray flaps on the side, push to the side, and it pops up. That simple, all right? And then once the RAM pops up at an angle, all you got to do is just wiggle it out a little bit, and then it comes straight out, just like that, all right? And there's one, and then there's another one that will pop straight up once you get that second one out, or the first one out. The second one should come up pretty easily. Sometimes you have to give it a little help. Probably use your little spoon device to help wiggle it out, and just do this repeatedly until you get the results that you want. And sometimes you have to press these little gray things back out to help it out. All right, there we go. Okay. So what you'll notice is we have 2 different colors. Usually you can distinguish your RAM by 2 different colors. The sizing usually distinguishes the colors. Now, depending upon the size and the version and the make and model of your Mac, the biggest amount of RAM that you'll have will, no, let me think about that. No, yeah, I'm right. I'm always right. Depending upon the version of your Mac, the biggest amount that you'll be able to have, almost as big as me, is 16 gigabytes. All right, but I'm only inserting 8 today since my computer can only hold 8. So what we're going to do is literally what I just did, we're going to do the exact same thing in reverse. All right, so we're going to take, remember these little notches need to line up, right? So all you got to do is just set it down in there at an angle and then press down, and it'll pop down. You'll feel it. It's pretty easy. And then take your second drive, make sure this knock lines up a little knock inside there, and push it in at an angle and press down. And that's in. And you want to make sure these little gray lines should pop it in there. It's in there pretty good. And then once you have that in there, make sure it's in there really good. You want to put your case back on, cover it back up. Remember these 3 screws. You want to put these 3 screws back in the same spot. All right? So starting from the right, go over, use your 3 largest screws, and then your outcast little one at the last part of the top. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure you put your RAM in properly. So go over to your computer, and what you can do, your computer should start up correctly if you did everything right. All right, so you can, all right, okay, here we go. So you want to go over to your computer, and you're going to go up to About This Mac, and then go over to More Info, and then Memory. There you go. Your 8 gigabytes is installed. You have 2 slots of 4, all right? If you need more information, feel free to go over to, click the link that I just clicked, and then it'll show you everything you need, all right? Probably it'll show you everything I just said. All right. Well, thank you for watching my show. I hope you learned a lot. See you next time on iOhms.